Yes.
What's up?
We will start first with Mr. Rick Bonnell.
Hey, Malik. I don't know if you've noticed, but you are tied for second in the entire league in three-point percentage. I know that a lot of that is as simple as, maybe making the same shots. But I was curious, particularly after the way you played in February when you talked a lot about, going to the rim and such. Have you noticed any difference in how people play you in terms of getting up on you versus guarding the drive at this point?
It varies from the team. Because some teams run me off the three-point line, and some teams go under and want me to fall in love with the three. So it varies from teams, but yes, sir. They do a good job at switching it up, though.
Have you noticed? And again, if this isn't the case yet, that's cool. But what I'm saying is, I'm always kind of curious in this sort of cat and mouse game. As you become that much more of a known threat from three, have you noticed any more opportunities to get to the rim as a result?
Not yet, but yes, sir. It's I can tell. Last game they were opening up a little bit more. Not for only me, but everybody else. Melo, T-Row, those guys like to get in the lane a lot as well. So me knocking the shots down will help. Not with only me, but the team aspect of that as well. So yes, sir.
So it's fair to say you've seen a fairly wide variance in terms of how different people are different teams defend you at this point?
Yes, sir.
Cool. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Christos?
Hello, Malik. How are you? I would like to ask you, what type of challenge is the game against the Warriors for you, and how useful was the last days without games and with practices?
Oh yeah, it's a very tough game, man, because everybody on the floor can either shoot the ball or pass the ball very well, and it's going to take multiple efforts to defend those guys, and that's where we struggle at a little bit with the multiple efforts part. Not the first, second, and third part, but the fifth pass, the sixth pass, and things like that. But these days right here was great for us, man, because we got more together, talked a little bit more on Zoom calls, a lot like that, with what we're gonna do and schemes and stuff. So, and we got a lot of rest, man. Got a couple guys back. We had eight players last game, so it's good to have 10 or 11 guys on the bench so we can get our rest.
And also, what between games like this against the Warriors for you? How motivated you are about those games?
Oh yeah, man. I'm motivated with every game, man. Every chance I get to step on the court, I'm motivated to go out there and try to dominate every time. So every game is important.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Sam?
Malik, hello. Good morning. This is the second time this season you guys had 4 or 5 days off because of COVID-related stuff. And I think the last time you guys had this, you kind of came out flat in the first game back. Does going through this again give you a little bit more preparation in terms of how you're going to feel going into that first game back? Can you kind of use that to your advantage tonight?
Yes, sir. Like you said before, we had a game before with a lot of time off, and we watched the film on that, and that's what we do not want to do. So yes, sir, we got a lot of feedback and a lot of clips and a lot of things we watched on that was bad that we can correct right now when we come out tonight. So yes, sir.
Thank you.
Rick, I believe you had a follow-up.
Yeah. Hey, Malik, when you mentioned a minute ago about rest, I know that nobody wants to be in a situation this season where out of nowhere you suddenly lose games, you suddenly lose the choice to practice, all that stuff. But considering how shorthanded you guys were at the end of the Spurs game, if it had happened, did this feel like maybe a relatively good time for it to happen with all the injuries and everything going on?
Yes, sir. You don't want to say it feels good to be off, but yes, sir, for sure. Get a couple guys chance to rest, like Gordon and Tay. Those are big guys in our and what we're doing here. And yes, sir. And Cody's back now as well. So Cody Martin. It's always good, man, to like I said, get a break and just reflect on what you're gonna do the next couple of days and the next games. So yes, sir. It was good that it happened at this point, but you never want to be off.
Considering everything that happened as far as the league deciding that they needed to start before Christmas Day, and trying to get a 72 game into schedule into whatever they had to wedge it into. I've heard a couple of other players talk about how this has felt maybe more tiring than some other seasons. Has it felt that way to you?
Me, no, but some guys that I've been hearing and talked to, yes, sir. Because we test in the morning, practice, come back at night to test, and that's draining. Just coming back and forth. But me, I'm taking advantage of every chance I get, Rick. So no, sir, not for me.
When you mentioned that, I know that the other day Terry said that I'm not complaining. I'm glad we have an opportunity to play. But he said the testing, everything that's involved in all of this, all the protocols, he said it has thrown off his sleep schedule a little bit. Does it feel more complicated that way?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You got to get up at least an hour early. Well, not me, but most of the guys got to get up an hour early. I've had Corona, so I get a little slack with the testing. But yeah, man, you got to get up an hour early. Get here 30 minutes before you walk into the arena. Come back at night, get tested. You might be doing something then. That's when you nap. You take a nap at night, midday or whatever. But you got to come back and get tested then. Yes, sir. So it messes up your daily routine for sure.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thanks, Malik. Appreciate your time, my friend. We'll see you tonight.
Yes, sir.